So now we are in Mutigny, just over here. It's a premier cru, but Mutigny, it's a big slope. We are on a good spot. It's the south face here. The Mutigny is not a grand cru because the other side of the village is looking north. But here, that's nice. Another problem of soil management, steep. So here, if we go on top, it's sports. It's long. Huh? So the problem I have here, because of the slope, if I plow, if I control my grass mechanically by plowing, the first rain, the first storm, all the earth is going down. So here, after you have plenty of mud under, my neighbor under will be happy. They have my soil, and after me, I have nothing. Something I will bring you to another vineyard after, much steeper. You have no soil anymore. So here I just can't plow. I just can't. So how I manage here? That's with wood. I put a lot of compost of wood. The compost of wood will bring organic matter. That's one thing. But also it kills, that struggles the grass under. So after I have less. But here now, last time I put the wood chips, it was 4 years ago. Now the wood chip is gone. It's nice grass. Huh? You're in English. I have a nice English garden, but now I have to manage to put these wood chips again, because if I have grass on a steep things, and if it's wet, the machine will glisser, sweep, we slip, and it's very dangerous. So if it's humid, if it's dry, so after it's difficult to move. So after, and I don't imagine a horse plowing in that. It's difficult for me. So if I have to carry a plow on the steep things, poor horse. I take care of animals, so it have to be by tractor. So here, my way, we can see the old the wood chips, the old one. You have to, depending the quality of the wood, so you put after it become compost. So here, depending also the choice of the wood compost you put. If you put compost from resin tree, the Christmas tree, it's acidic. So with our soil, it's basic. That reduce that lowers the pH. It's not so bad for the vineyard. But the resin tree, the stake they maintain in big wood, big pieces of wood. So that's a fight against the grass, but that bring nothing. And when it's rainy, it's going down. So I have to put much compost from feuillu trees with leaves. It's more fiber. So the fiber will stick to the soil and do not grow down the vineyard. So that's better for the soil. But here, once again, here I stick now. I have the terroir, but 20 centimeters under, I am in choke. So, but here I have lot of organic matter. So, we spoke about grass management and the soil. Soil is very, very, very important. Organic fertilizing, yes, it's a must. But organic fertilizing is not enough. So after, we have to speak about leaves protection. When we speak about pesticide, we just spoke about herbicide or not, it's possible to grow without. Now to protect the leaves. In France, in Europe, we had disease who arrived in the 19th century. Everyone knows phylloxera, this insect killing, but mildew also. Mildew arrived in the 18th century, 19th century, with potatoes, with corn arriving from America. It's an invasion. So it was new gene, how you say gene? Genetic arriving in Europe. So now it's another discussion about genetic modified or not. So we introduce something around here, and it brings a disease. So so now that's, let's say, 200 years, but our vineyard do not evolved to resist this pest in 200 years. So when people say nature will adapt, well, maybe in 1 million years, but not now. It's very, very slow. So the only cure against this mildew at potatoes and on corn you have. So that's what generally they want to do in other countries to make genetic modified things. It's against the mildew. They try against or to resist against herbicide. We saw against Roundup, but against mildew they try. For the moment they do not succeed. And after, for me it's not natural. I am not in favor, even if I am a scientist and I think there is no risk for health, but it's still the big fight between the bullet or the arrow and the shield. It will be something else who can take over. It's dangerous too. There is no danger for alimentation, but it's dangerous for the balance of the environment, so I don't want. But so the only cure they had, it was copper sulphate. So people spray copper sulphate in the vineyard. It's organic. It's organic does not mean no pesticide. It's frequently, not often said in a lot of media. They say pesticide on organic, natural, nothing. No, it's not true. Organic mean you do not use synthetic chemistry, but you can use natural chemistry. So you can take natural poison for the nature and spray it. It can be very dangerous for the users and for the environment. Arsenic is organic. Arsenic, we were calling it yellow oil in the 2000s. Yellow oil is nice and it's romantic. And even if we were spraying it by night, depending on the moon, it was arsenic. And it was the only cure we know against ESCA. ESCA is a big threat for all the vineyards in Europe. So the only thing was this arsenic, and but for me it's banned. In 2001, everyone understands spraying arsenic. So the workers in the vineyard, no, it was crazy, but it's organic. So as against mildew, it's the copper, and that's a big debate. Big debate. It's copper sulphate, la bouillie bordelaise. It's a big debate. Now it's banned in Netherlands. In Germany, they reduce the volume of 3 kilos per hectare. That's the average for 5 years. In France, I think it's 5 or 6 kilos per hectare average during 5 years. So you have to spray copper. If you're organic, that's the only things you can do against mildew. Me, I don't want to spray copper. Why? It's heavy metal. These people understand, and this copper stay in the ground. And after you have if you have a lot of copper, you have no fungus, no bacteria. So the problem I have in my vineyard now, I have a lot of organic matter, symbol C, carbon, but I do not have life. The indice d'activité biologique, biologic activity indice is very, very low. Because here we are in the old Champagne. Here we were making wine when the Romans arrived. And the mildew, when the vineyard were destroyed in the 19th century, beginning of the 20th, here it was vineyard. So here you have more than 150 years history of copper spraying. So now I reach a level, nothing should grow. In a way, I am over 50 nanogram of copper per kilo of earth. Vineyard should not grow. But the soil is basic, so I can grow. But the impact, I have no life. No life. The more copper, where are the worms? No worms, no bacteria. When you have copper, you have nothing. And to degrade my organic matter, I need worms, I need bacteria, I need fungus. With copper, you have nothing. So it's a long-term dying, so you can spray. So I understand people want to grow organic and everything, avoiding chemicals. I understand it. I understand. Why not? Why not? They do not want to use the synthetic chemistry where we do not know the risk. I understand. Well, the problem is, on my opinion, a lot of fake things are said. When you use a synthetic molecule in the environment, you need an autorisation de mise sur marché. You have to be allowed, it have to be certified by laboratory, avoid risk and everything. It takes 10 years. When it's natural chemistry, no. When you want to eat a pill, a medicine as a cure, it have to be certified by a laboratory, by a lot of things. When it's natural, no. You can eat arsenic if you want. No. Because a lot of people consider it's natural, it's safe. And it's not true. So it can be very dangerous for my workers. Sulfur. You spray sulfur. Sulfur, it's against oidium. It's a very good insecticide. It kills everything. Bees, rabbit, men. You spray sulfur. Now you have to warn all the neighbors. They do not have to go in the vineyard during 2 days. 2 days, because you're burned, you're the skin. I don't want to come in the vineyard and to work as a scuba diver with protection. And it's organic, it's sulfur. Some chemicals, we know, it's 6 hours after we can go back. So it's always balanced. There is always a black side and a white side. But things for me, I do not want copper, because now no worms, nothing. I have nothing. So I have plenty organic matter, but this organic matter is not decomposed, used, eaten by worms, by bacteria. So the nitrogen do not go in. So this vineyard is suffering. So I have two choices. Back to chemical fertilizer. I want terroir. Ban copper. I start to ban copper. But let's say this vineyard was sprayed by 150 years with copper, so maybe in 5-6 generations the problem will be out. Sometimes with uranium it's better, as it goes quicker out, but now it's copper, it's natural, it's organic. Or I have to to inject each year bacteria. The bacteria, it's other organic matter. If I translate bacteria in French, I will say I have to inject merde each year, shit. So in the shit, from organic animals, from animals, not from vegetable. So this will bring me Escherichia coli, all the bacteria you can imagine. But those bacteria will make my compost, but they will be dead at the end of the year. So I have to renew each year, bacteria, to have life a certain moment. You spray copper, it's dead. So I understand, when you see the speech of some organic or biodynamic growers, some have chicken they put chicken in their vineyard. It brings other bacteria. That works. But when you see the amount of nitrogen you have to put in 1 hectare, 10 chicken is not enough. You need a massive amount of chicken. But it's a nice speech. And what do they do when they make compost? It's shit of beef and everything. They just compost it. So after they put it inside the horn, inside the soil. Yes, it's a nice speech. As my beret is a nice speech. I call it marketing. So me, I just buy my compost from animal. It's already compost, so I don't have to dig it into the soil inside horn and everything. But that's the same. I bring concerning fertilizer again. It's organic. But the problem is copper. Ask to Plenty brand. You have Plenty brand in Champagne. I speak about Jackson. They do very well. Speak about them about copper. They will tell you they're anti-copper. Also, they are serious people. That's le cuivre. Concerning copper, you have now hospitals. They know it. They are, instead of washing everything with chlorine to kill all the bacteria, they put copper back into the door, to touch the door. Because on copper you have no bacteria. On stainless steel you have bacteria. So they have to wash with antibiotics, but now antibiotics are not efficient. So you put copper onto the door and you have no bacteria. That works. Krug, when they put the wine into their barrel, they have a little pipes. It's in copper. Now in all the winery, everything is stainless steel. Just the wine passing through these copper things that bring a little amount of copper into the wine, and that kills some bacteria. Eric Lebel told me recently. Yeah, I say thanks. I say to him thanks. I will do it. I will do it also. That's avoid to put sulphate and other things to kill pests. So it's a good thing. And another thing, all builders know. You put on top of your roof some metallic zinc or copper. You have nothing, no grass growing on your roof. La mousse, we say the mousse on the roof. You just put some copper on top of your roof. Nothing grow. That works. It's organic. But after, it's in agriculture, I have the problem of the fertilization after. So why I am not organic? It's because of copper. Of course, I am not crazy. We spray some pesticide. It's forbidden for us to spray toxic things. All the pesticide, you have a qualification. If they are called T+, very toxic, no one is using that. T, toxic, we don't. You have XN, nocive, it can bring some disease. Irritating, they have classified. The use of T and T+ is completely banned. No one is doing that. XN, it's possible, sometimes, but we warn all our workers. We are the first one in the vineyard. Before the consumers have trace into the wine, we are the first one. We are there every day. I am not crazy. I come here with children, and some things it's unknown. The agriculture profession is profession where the people have the less level of cancer. Why is it not said? The cancer we have more in agriculture is liver. Or is it due to pesticide, or is it due to our way of life? Because we enjoy more the good food, good wine. I think it's connected too. I think there is much more risk of drinking 1 or 2 bottles of red per day than having something. It's a question of dose. You give 2 spoons of salt to a baby, he dies. So everything is a question of proportion. So as you know, I am an engineer. I trust in fact and data, but not in believings. So there is some nice speech. It's nice story. Yes, why not? Sometimes it's scientifically based, but not efficient. It's not enough. We have to be back to serious thing. So here now I have grass, but it's winter time. Winter time it's perfect. The grass is growing. If it's rainy, snow, it will maintain my erosion. But in spring I do not want. Why in spring? Because at the beginning of I do not want this competition of food for food. It's a question of survival for the grass, for the vineyard. This competition, and at the moment, the grass, the roots are over the vineyard. If there is very few water, the grass will have the water, not my vineyard. That's a big problem of 2015. We were all said by CVC, take out the grass because it was too dry. So when you have no water, it's very important. The water will take the nitrate, the nitrates, nitrogen, organic nitrogen from the surface. It has to bring down through humus, through the soil. If you have no water, you have no transfer. That's 2015 vintage. We'll speak about it later. So after you have not enough nitrogen into your wine, and you have a fermentation problem. But this year it was for everyone. So we put the nitrogen chemically into the wine. It's another debate, but no one knows. It's not printed on the label. So now, well, me, I have to put a lot of compost, organic compost, and this year I will put more than the limit. So how I will do, because I know how the control, I don't say I'm not like Volkswagen, but we are limited to 50 units, we say units of nitrogen per hectare. This vineyard, I have to put much more organic matter. I will put 100, but I put less elsewhere. So when I will have a control, they will say my average, done. Okay, but this one, I have to feed it. I put also wood, if I put only wood compost on top, as I have no life, the wood compost will stay 5 years. will not degrade. So after you have to put chemical nitrogen to have the yeast. No, it's not serious. So this year I will put lot of compost of animal. I already ordered it. So it's guano from birds, guano du Peru. It's bring life. Compost of beef, of mutton. I will do to re-inject life in it. All the winter I want it because I saw this the production of the vineyards decreasing. Bon, I am still at the edge. We can see some branches. This one compared to the one we went the other vineyard. Yeah, 1 centimeter. Okay, this one is alive. But I saw some. The wood is clear. It's clear, so it starts to be weaker. I noticed the production of this vineyard degrade, so I have very small grapes, more milrandage from years to years. So I think it's time. I see the first symptom. In a way, what you have to do is to go in the vineyard, organic or not. So you have to go in your vineyard, you check it. I see the first symptom. I think, oh, before it's too late, because when to renew, to restart your soil, everything, it takes 4 or 5 years. So, so I see the first symptom. Okay, I have to do something. And at this moment in autumn, you can see the dark green, yellow. I will also have some analysis, but it's the same. You act as a doctor. You see the doctor, you see your customer. I will not say your customer, even if it's business. You see your patient, votre patient. We say in French. In the bed, sometimes with symptom, you see the button. Okay, you know. And a blood analysis, and after you have the confirmation. So at the moment we all do that. We go in our vineyard, we took some sample of earth, and after they gave us if you have disease or not. It's the same if you have diabetes. If you do not know, you do, and one day you're sick, it's too late. So I will show you the soil analysis. But at the moment, voilà, soil management.